Yup, a movie. 1915. The Birth of a Nation, a movie was released. Now, this movie is historic. You cannot talk about the history of Hollywood or the history of American movies or the history of movies, period, without talking about this movie. It is that historic. W.D. Griffith was the creator of this film, and it was the first movie to ever have colorization in it. It was the first movie ever to have multiple storylines, the first movie ever to shoot at night, the first movie ever to have extras, the first movie ever to do battle scenes on a large scale. It was the first movie ever to have its own soundtrack. It was the first movie ever to use special effects. Everything that we kind of take for granted for movies today was kind of invented by W.D. Griffith in this movie. And it was a phenomenon. It made over $15 to $20 million at the box office back in 1915. That is Avengers type money if you want to put it into today's currency. It was a huge, huge, huge movie. Unfortunately, it was also a pile of garbage and nothing but lies. The birth of a nation, the nation being birthed, is the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, this is the story, according to D.W. Griffith, of how and why the Klan was formed. And get this, in this movie, the Ku Klux Klan are the good guys. Can you imagine? I've seen this movie a couple of times. It's a 3-hour silent movie. I don't recommend it. But as a film historian, I had to see what this was. I'm not a film historian, but I'm a film buff, and I've taught film studies before, so I had to kind of know what this is all about. This movie, oh my gosh, there are some things that are just hard to believe that they got away with. Like I said, the good guys were the Klan in this, and at one point, the Klan come to the rescue, or they do revenge against a black man. Now, this black man is actually a white guy in blackface, and he's chasing a white woman through the woods. Remember we talked about in the last recording intimate relations with whites? More than anything else, the biggest fear and the biggest cause of Klan violence was this idea of black men with white women, black boys and white girls. Oh my gosh, if you were a black male and you were accused of looking at a white girl, talking to a white girl, having relations with a white girl, my goodness, you were doomed. You were in danger. You better run. There was this almost like this pathological fear that every black man wanted to secretly rape a white woman. It crazy. And it led to thousands of murders. I'm not making this up. This is real. And it happened right here in America. Well, in this movie, one of the key scenes is this black man who's chasing after this white girl, and you should see the scene. He looks like a monster. He looks like an animal, and he's chasing after her, and she's all scared. Oh no! And he's looking at her, and he's saying, "I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna marry you. Yeah, I'm gonna marry you." See, they couldn't say "I'm going to," to her. Instead, so they replaced "I'm gonna marry you," and then she gets so scared she jumps off a cliff to kill herself rather than be married to this black man. The Klan comes and they find this black guy and they murder him and they dump his body in front of a black congressman's house. Then the ending of the film, spoiler alert, like you're gonna watch this. The blacks people are on a rampage. They're going after and they're killing all these white people. They had guns, and this white family who were the heroes of the story, they were locked up into some little tiny shed, and the black folks are trying to get into the shed to murder them. And all of a sudden, here comes the Klan to save the day, and they kill the black folks. And at the end of the movie, there's a big parade, and all the people are clapping and cheering on the Klan. And then the most offensive thing happens. A little picture within a picture pops up. And it's Jesus Christ looking down and nodding his head and saying, "All is good." Wow. By the way, it was banned in Minneapolis.